Hello and welcome to the Treasured Page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. I've been away for a couple of days over the weekend and I just thought I would just show you a few things, and the reason being is that before I went away I wanted to take some junk journaling crafty bits along with me so that I could do a few bits when I was away. So because it took me such a long time to work out what to pack, I thought I think probably others would be having this same quandary as well. So if anybody wants to pack a bag for the weekend in order to allow themselves to make embellishments and things, ephemera bits for a junk journal, they would be able to do that. And also it's a really good point for anyone new to junk journaling to work out exactly what the real essentials are. And I'll share with you also the two things that I wish I hadn't forgotten. Okay, so the first thing that I took, which didn't fit into this little bag, was my ruler. I only needed the straight edge. I have a deckled edge ruler. It's covered in glue. I apologise, that does want to clean. But a metal ruler was my one thing that I took. Everything's fitted into this little bag, which has a zip. I just got this at the pound shop. Nothing fancy. And I'm just going to pull out bits to share with you what I took and what I felt I didn't actually need. So this was the first thing. Let's do one by one. I just had a little plastic bag here and I filled it with cardstock. And because it's junk, it is just old packaging, okay? And that was a circle. I thought I could use this as a substrate to decorate, to embellish or collage on. I could have done that, but I didn't get round to it. But I did pack that sort of thing, and I thought I could make a few tags and things. I could have, but I was having too much fun doing all the sightseeing that I didn't get time to do all the crafty bits. But this is the sort of thing I take, so that I've got packaging, things that I can tear from, things that I can cover, and just some cardstock. So that is good to have. It's junk. You're picking up packaging every day if you're in somewhere like a self-catering place. You are generating the junk from things you're buying, from food packaging. So I actually probably didn't need that because I would be able to get it anyway, free from just living. Then the other thing that was really useful, and I picked it up at the last minute, it's got a bit scruffy now, but when it went in it was all straight and neat, was a backing of, it's like a sticky back plastic, like a contact paper. It was the paper that previously had a sticky paper on. That gave me a nice surface to glue on. So a piece of wax paper or parchment paper is a good idea, because when you're travelling light and you may want to use some ink or something, it's a water resistant surface and it's lightweight, and it replaces something like that where I might spray with water or dampen with water. Ink to make droplets to give my background more pizzazz. I use that more than anything just to glue on, and then the glue just peels off. Now we've made this together in a previous video. This comes under sticker storage, and I just took this with me so that I had, because I wanted to use some of these stickers in here, these black and white ones, or these more animated illustration washi tape stickers, so just so that I had something to go to. And I think when I limit myself and I just use the things that I want to get rid of or I want to use up, that's when I get really creative, because I've limited myself. And the whole experience was really great to just have a small pack, very, very limited. So my essentials were the ruler, the glue, and a pair of scissors. Now what I can do with a ruler, a pair of scissors and some glue is quite astounding when I then add in ink. So I took an ink dauber and several applicators to go Let me just empty it, then it will be less fuss. And I'll just go through that. I don't know, I can't even remember. And this is what I did. I just emptied the bag on the table and then off I went. So I'll come back to that in a minute. So here you are, essentials. 2 glues, a fabric glue, a paper glue, just a stick standard glue, a ruler, a pair of scissors. I took 3 inks. I took a blue, a black and a brown. I took a dark brown, which was walnut stain, black soot, and this one was Stormy Sky, all distress ink by Tim Holtz. I then had corresponding ink daubers. That's the blue one. And because they're minis, they tend to fit in the backs like that. Something like that. Oh, there's one in there already. Oh, okay. So it looks like I took more than I needed. So one can go on there. That's my everyday. That's the new rounded dome daubers. Love them. Brilliant. Get a pack. If you haven't already, really great. And then look, they all stack together. So I could have taken 4, but didn't need it. I just took 3. So that was that, that was that. And then I took a couple of washi tapes, my scissors. I took my acrylic block and I took a selection of stamps, silicone stamps. I think I've lost one, but I think that's floating around my craft table here somewhere. So I didn't lose that on holiday, thankfully. But these are inexpensive to buy from Amazon, and I can link some places to get those in the description box below. So I had that in a paper bag just to keep them all together. So if anything did fall out, they went in there like that. Then I had a packet of paper, all random papers, and I just gathered out what was annoying me on my craft table. So I just had a few sticker stamps. I had an image there. I haven't used it because, as I said, I was having fun doing the things that we were doing while we were away. But I did do some crafting, but this is what I've got. So I feel that this bag I'm going to have on hand, and then all I'll need to add, if I've got the papers, is just this sort of thing. That's it. That's all you need. A few papers, some silicone stamps, a block for the stamps, scissors, ink, ruler, glue, couple of washi tapes. There's another one hiding in there. That one's a fabric one. And I quite like the green when I'm doing botanicals. And I was, because I took my flower stickers. I had this, which is just some card, which I thought I could just cut off and make a template for a tab top. I didn't take my bone folder. That could have been useful, but I didn't need it, so I didn't bother taking it because I can use my handle of my scissors. I can use the top of my glue stick to push things down. Same again with the bottom of that glue. And I did think I could use that, but the paint comes off, so that's a no-go. So I deliberately didn't take the bone folder, because I wasn't making a journal, I was just making ephemera. What I did have, while I was there, one of my family bought a mug in a gift shop, and we were given a whole load of tissue paper, just like this. And so with my stamps, with my ink and things that I took, I just stamped onto the tissue paper while I was away and made a masterboard of tissue paper collaged ink stamps. So that's a lovely decorative tissue paper now, and we can go through that. I did take a few other stamps as well, you can see there, and I had a script stamp. Oh, I must have taken those out to do something yesterday, because I got back yesterday and I couldn't wait to craft. So that's one of the things that I did. Now, the thing that really annoyed me to not have, and I forgot it, was a hole punch. So this, my little tiny, so small, it can come travelling, just didn't come with me, and I could have made tags with the hole at the top if I'd had that. So that was the thing that I was annoyed I'd forgotten. And the other thing I quite like to have, because I was doing something that would have looked better if I'd had it, was a corner punch. And I've got this very small, very inexpensive little corner punch that I think would have been ideal. And that's it, guys. That's all you need. That is all you need to get started with junk journaling. Some sort of wax paper or acrylic sheet or bit of plastic, or yeah, no, even the bag. I probably didn't even need that if I thought about it. I could have used the plastic bag. So when I'm putting a bit of ink down and then sort of sprinkling some water, I didn't take a water spray or anything like that, because that was just another thing to carry. Because you could have sprinkled a bit of water from a water cup and made your ink, and then you just put down a piece of paper on top of it and, you know, get an inky effect. So that's my kit. That's what I took away. Inks. Oh, what I did do is I took one patterned one, and then one washi tape that had some marketing, vintage marketing on it, because I think things like that just lift a project. Some other things I took was a little bit of old rag. Where's the other bit I had? Oh, and this bit. And that's it. I think that's it. Well, there will be other things, but then I used them. Everything. Even that was fine. I stood it up, and everything just tucked neatly in the bag. Boom, done. That's your holiday craft sorted. And a few extra trim bits. Oh, and I had 3 paper clips in there as well. I think that might have been part of it. I also had this, which I thought I could smooth out when I glued a surface, but didn't use it. And the ruler. Now, if you can find a smaller ruler, that would all fit in there completely brilliantly, wouldn't it? Oh, it does go. There you go. We can pack in a little bag. Now, if you're really crafty and you are good at sewing, you could make yourself a little weekend bag, couldn't you? Something like that. And put a zip in, or come up with some clever tie or Velcro. And then that's all you really need. Maybe a pen if you're writing your journal. And if you're taking a journal with you, like I did, that fits in there as well. Brilliant. So that's what I did. And then while I was away, I used the trim to just make some decorative paper clips. I had a little bit of sari silk there, so I made another one. Oh, I had this bit which I have cut off of another project. This was a weave project for something that we were doing over on the Facebook page. So if you want to have a look at, I do have some extra bonus footage over on our Facebook page for swaps and things that we did. If you want to follow along with the swaps that we've been doing as part of our UK spring swap and now a summer swap, you can see what the challenges are for this month, and we do one every month. And this was just an offcut of a weave that I did, and then that became a little extra embellishment for the page. So I brought that with me and found somewhere for it. That was it. So yes, I did the stamping on the tissue that we got from a gift shop, and then I just had a lovely time making the paper clips, and I made a whole bunch of paper clips actually out of the bits that I took. That was just one of them, and that was I think that was another one there, just by adding a little bit of glue and some old rag. And then I did this embellished avocado dyed envelope using the tissue that I made there. That's with a Tim Holtz stamp. And it was a bit of digital kit. Where's that gone? Because I did have that. Oh, perhaps that was part of the papers. So I just took a little bit of a digital kit, which was from Roxy Creations. And Oh, that must have been that at the back. And one of her collage sheets. So I just tore out elements and stuck that there, tissue paper there, and then just added some, there's my washi tape there, added the bit of sari silk, little script stamp, and just one of those stickers from the pack. That's the washi tape with the vintage advertising, and more stickers on the back just to use those up. And the reason that's like that is because the other side of it looks like that, and then that was what I did while I was away. I was anyway for a couple of days, and just I had a sneaky hour just to myself, and I did some stamping. I made the envelope, I stuck that on, made some paper clips, had a lovely time and a nice cup of tea, and just felt like I had a nice calm moment to myself, quietly processing all the things that needed to be thought about and making plans for the following day. And let me know in the comment below if there's anything that you would have taken that I may have not added to this pack. And that is what I packed for a few days visiting family and friends. And there you are, that goes in there as well. It's not heavy. And that's my mini journal takeaway travel kit, and I hope that you found that useful. If you are also planning a little weekend away, it really isn't that big a deal to be able to take things away with you and create a few cool things that you will enjoy while you're away. I think it's also worth mentioning that you don't have to have plans to go away, to have a holiday or a break and to pack a bag. It could be as simple as something like you need to relocate your craft room, or you need to move, or you just can't get to your craft room and you're maybe in bed because of illness or something like that, but you still get those bursts of energy where you feel you might be able to do something, and when you get those moments, you want to grab them. And the thought of going to your craft room and sitting at the desk is wearing. Well, there's nothing to stop you having a pack like I've just shown, and having a tray on your lap and being able to just pull out those essentials. And maybe it's a video like this you could show your partner or a family member, and they can go and gather those things up from your stash in your craft room. Or not room, you know, we don't all have rooms. I'm very lucky, I know I am, but I've worked really hard to get a craft room, a quiet crafting space, or a drawer or a cupboard or wherever you keep your things, and just collect them up and put them into a little bag. If you've got people coming over to stay and you have to vacate your usual place where you would normally sit and craft, and that's quite annoying, and perhaps you've been relegated to a different room, or just want to go and watch the television and be able to just fussy cut or do something, sometimes having a little pack on hand like that so that you can sit down and just do a bit of collage or something interesting it is great. You know, I often go to a different room because the light's sometimes better there in the morning, but the light in here is better in the afternoon. So to relocate to a different table, it's quite useful to just take a pack. And if you buy extra glue and make up a pack just for that purpose of grabbing, and then you've got it, so you don't have to disturb what you usually have in your setup, is quite a good idea. So while I was away, I also managed to go to a little flea market, and I found some vintage map while I was there. So I've been using this Ordnance Survey maps to do my tags, and I was so happy to find 2 more vintage ones. And look, 4 shillings, and this one is cloth. So now I'm really not sure I want to cut this up, but it is, look, can you see? It has got a wonderful, wonderful cloth-like texture, and it's so thick that I don't think I'd need to back it with anything else, apart from the fact you wouldn't be able to write on it. I could put a label on the back for writing purposes. Where are we? Upside down, that's where we are. Hang on. coming through. Oh, look. Upper Laughter. Oh, yes, please. I want to go there. Where's that? Upper Laughter. Gloucestershire. Wow. Oh, it's not Laughter. Upper Slaughter. No. My map would be but much more cheerful. Oh, no. Anyway, so that was a good find. Came in a little cellophane baggy type thing. And I got 3 of those. And this one had the beautiful bird and the daffodils on it. And look at the colour of the map here, guys. You've got all the different colours. It's really old because it's all been worn and torn. Again, I'm upside down. Lake Windermere, beautiful country, beautiful old map, and fantastic gradient. Gives you an idea of scale. All those lines mean hills, mountains, mountainous areas, and that just is interesting on a tag. So I did think that I was very pleased to find that because I love the paper. So that's a video just to show you, if you are planning a little weekend away or even a week away, you don't need to take much. You can still have a go at your crafts, and that's really all you need to pack. And if you haven't seen how I put together this mini journal for taking away, then just have a look at my playlist in the How to Build a Journal. And you can follow along with part 1 and 2, and you can see what we've been up to here. But do like and subscribe to the channel and you won't miss what comes up next. I put videos up every Friday, Sunday and Monday, and I do that 6 p.m. UK time, which I believe is morning over in the US. And then you will be able to follow my junk journaling journey, and we can craft along together with all these little ideas. It really doesn't matter how good you are at crafts. There's something for everybody in the junk journaling world. It doesn't matter if you put things down on paper and it's a hot mess. You only really need to add a few extra embellishments and keep going. Add to it. Whatever you've got, you think, oh, no, that's dreadful. Keep going. Add a bit more, it doesn't matter. So for this, I put a load of ink on it and thought, that was okay, but what now? You keep going, you add more things, you add a bit of torn paper, you add a butterfly, and you'll be surprised. You will be surprised what a bit of old scruffy paper or a greeting card or something that came through the mail. You'll be surprised what you can create if you keep going, keep adding things, keep collaging or adding elements to it. Anything, you know, just cut things out of magazines and little bits that you might find. Just something simple, just play around. Maybe 3 circles down the centre. That's enough. That's all you need. You can cut the corners off, call it a tag. You don't need to. It's a journaling card without. Just have a play. There you go. You can have that idea for free. Yay! Okay, guys, I've had a fun time explaining what I've been up to. I should be back very soon, so have a check out my videos next week. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know you care, and we can get on with something interesting next week that will give you some more fun ideas to take away and go and craft along with me. So above all else, guys, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye-bye now.